In February, the library's African American History Committee hosted its annual Meet the Artists exhibit and gala at Central Library. Celebrating its 22nd year, this year's gala featured the works of prominent African American artists and authors, along with poetry, music, a magic act, a fashion show, and an opportunity for those in attendance to talk with the artists about their work.
Well, years ago, 22 years ago exactly, Meet the Artists was developed by Tony as a venue for the Indian Renaissance, which was an African American arts organization. It was one of the first developed in the city, and we needed a venue to show and showcase our artwork. And he suggested the library, and it's just been a fantastic event year after year after year. This is all from my Summer in Kenya series. It's a series that started in the late 80s, and I have over 1,000 sketches of when I was last in Africa, and it's an ongoing series, and all the pieces here are new.
They pull at me, the words, they know me. Where are they coming from? And who's giving birth to those words? Who dares to be so different? It's like a baby. It's being born. You know, life comes, time begins, born into the unknown. And so you ask where are those words coming from? They're coming from my soul. They're my thoughts. They're my inspiration. Calling me, telling me, come. It's time for the rebirth. Thank you.
A lot of artists might say different other artists might be the inspiration, but I would say my father and my mother is my inspiration, because at the time when I first started, they were the ones that gave me the actual push to keep going. So I haven't graduated from any university or nothing like that. Everything that you see here is self-taught. This is actually in between a Hurricane Katrina piece and a spiritual piece. For my religious background, I can do some things or just wake up at night or whatever at the time, and the inspirations will come to me. And it's almost like you see a ham sandwich and you're really hungry, and you just have to have that, and you just go for it. So that's basically where these inspirations come from, my spiritual background.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh,
Well, I've always been fascinated with carnivals and fairs and that type of thing. And since I've been retired, I got a little bored sitting around, so I've decided to pick my hobby back up. But as a kid, I would use my mom's old appliances, that would go bad, and I just started making little fair rides out of them. I've always been fascinated with fairs and carnivals and that type of thing. As a matter of fact, I used to work at the fair every year, helping set up the rides and so on. And I just got back into it, and I have to keep watch, a close watch on them though, because they will, some of the stuff is kind of delicate, and so I try to keep the kids away from it as much as possible. But they really enjoy it. They really enjoy it. My brother Anthony Radford, who's been sponsoring Meet the Artists for the last 22 years, just happened to come out of the house one day and look in one of my back bedrooms and, "Greg, what is this?" And he couldn't believe it. Everybody comes over just fascinated by it.
I have been making jewelry for the last year and a half or so, and I've decided to start designing a jewelry line. It's called Seventh Goddess Jewelry Design by DelReverda-Jennings. And I just started using copper because I'm a fan of copper. I just love it. And I decided to do copper and pewter and also aluminum here. Tony talked me into it. Tony Radford, the coordinator, curator of Meet the Artist. And I just decided to do it this time, bring something different, a little bit of more flavor.
If I had the chance to love you again, A lot of the pieces that you see here, I've used my older vinyl records that I've had in the basement. I used to DJ, I still currently do. What I wanted to do was use them somehow. I had injured my leg, and I couldn't DJ anymore. I couldn't catch the beat. Like, it just wasn't the same vibe that I had before. It just wasn't there. So I just started breaking up my records, and the first one I made was a Jimi Hendrix, but I didn't outline it. It wasn't outlined. And then after that, I made sure that I began to draw. I did the Run DMC, but the Run DMC, of course, it was one of my first ones I did, and it was one of the smallest. I had the vinyl pieces, but this is the cleanest. I enjoyed the time period, you know, that is titled "This Is It," simply because, and it's incomplete also because of that theme of the movie that they came out with of his last show, but it was all practice. So I wanted to do some of the same theme, you know, have part of the picture drawn here, also showing his face, not all the way completed, you know, as a homage to the movie, a homage to the man, and obviously to his music. Well, I'm mainly a pencil drawer. I do great shading, and I usually may deal with color charcoal. But this was the first time I ever did anything like this. It's been over maybe a year and a half span.
The community really is involved with the library here. And as we saw with the magician tonight, he's bringing a good message to people and involving them in the library, talking about how they can come into the library and learn how to do magic. That's where he learned. And you can learn it for free. I think that's an important message with all the things that we have challenges in our community today. Giving people a positive role association where they can learn how to be somebody is a good message to send out. I've been involved with Meet the Artist for a long time, since before I was a trustee, and this just gives me an extra special feeling about being here at Meet the Artist, to know that I'm part of what we're helping to give the message out.
The designer is Mr.